Ooh, 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 ooh. This spirit has been bugging me for days. Twitch has a message for his wife. He has a message for everybody, but he has a message for his wife. Look, for him, he's like, babe, I need you to put focus on healing you. I need you to put focus on healing yourself and that self-love and really take better care of yourself. That's what I need you to do. I need you to take care of you. Because here's the thing. You say that you're sharing my dirt in the name of helping others. But that's not what's happening here. You're angry. You're angry at me. And that is part of grief. You may not even realize how angry at me you are right now. And so he says to the outside world, this is a part of grief. A part of grief is when you actually start to get so angry that you actually break down the person that you were so in love with. And a lot of y'all go through this process. This is part of grief. She's going through a part of grief where she has now, like, you know what? I'm going to tell it all. In telling it all, right? It's like, these are the things that you were doing, and right? So, and straight up, he's like, that's not what made me end my life. Those things, if you really want these people to be helped and supported, I tell you for myself. So this is what Twitch wants you guys to know about for him and this journey that he went through. He went through a lot in his life, and no matter what, he still always kept that bold face, that brave face. No matter what he was dealing with, he always kept a brave face. He says, stop keeping that brave face so much. If you're hurting, say you're hurting. Because that brave face is what literally is destroying a lot of us right now. The drugs, all those things, were literally coping mechanisms for the pain that I was feeling inside. Had nothing to do with my wife, had nothing to do with those things. It had to do all with what I believed and the things that I was still holding in my mind, that pain that just played out in my mind, all that abuse that I suffered just kept on playing out and playing out and playing out and playing out in my mind. He went through a lot of violation in his life. And yet, you wouldn't have known, because the smile on his face was always so bright. And he said, I smiled through my pain. That smile, a lot of the times that I kept on my face, I kept it on my face just to keep a flow. Because when you smile, something goes to the brain and literally releases an endorphin that says, I'm okay. I'm all right. Even though I'm bawling inside, smiling on the outside. He said, so it wasn't the drugs. It wasn't these things. These things are coping mechanisms. And this is what he wants you guys to understand. Don't hide your pain. Don't protect the person that hurt you. Don't put yourself in a place where you start to wear the shame and the hurt. You start to wear it. Your forgiveness of yourself is so key. And so for him, he's not angry with his wife, but he knows that she's in a state of anger because she feels as if all of these things had power over my decision And over life, over circumstances, they're more powerful than you, but they're not. And when I left this world, I left it consciously. I left it clear of mind. And so as much as this energy is coming out, just know that, yes, she, in her heart, she does feel as if she's sharing it in the name of helping others. But really, it just boils down to your spirit is angry because you're still trying to recapture that love. She feels empty, like she can't focus, y'all. And right now she's angry at those things because those are the things that she felt had control over my decisions and had control over me after a while. But it was really the depression. It was really the anxiety. It was really not being able to let go of the past. And it was all in here. It all ravaged my mind. On the surface, I look like one thing. But in my mind, I was playing out another story. And so, for his wife, and for the community, and for the world, and for all of those that loved him, he says, put that focus on self-healing and self-love. Don't do it on an artificial level. Really do the things that you need to do to take care of yourself. Change your diet. Get a little bit more exercise. Set real boundaries. And say no when you really want to say no. A lot of my pain was because I didn't say no. Thought I had to. This person would be able to do this to me. This person could do that. The power was given away. And so he says, be a leader. And when you don't want to do something, you say you don't want to do it, and then you start to tell everybody. Because if the person who you're saying no to doesn't want to hear you, then you start to scream it. But he says, don't protect the people that hurt you. Because you're the one that stays with the pain. And this is where, substance abuse and all of these things start to come in. Even chain smoking cigarettes, all of these things. Some people might get addicted to food. Some people might get addicted to exercise. Don't think that addictions, it just means that it's some synthetic thing or some external thing. Your addiction could be addiction to even pain. All that pain is just anger. Anger of not feeling in control. And that is what my wife is going through. My wife is literally going through the fact that she's not in control. She wasn't in control of none of the circumstances, none of the things. And yet here she is having to live it. And now, she's sharing it and people are pissed off with her because it's like she's disparaging my name. But, it's not that she's trying to disparage my name, y'all. You understand? She's just going through a phase of grief that she doesn't even realize. You understand? And in the name of helping others, right, go through this process. Because it's just her feeling out of control. And really, in all honesty, if she doesn't call out these drugs, next thing you know, my wife is all screwed up. Because next thing you know, she's leaning on that. So understand that she's not just doing it in a way to just disparage my legacy. That's not. But it's also calling it out because it's a secret, right? It's a secret. And it's considered a secret because, well, shit, nobody knew. So here you have the secret, and then you're moving in this element with this secret. And for her, she's just not in that space anymore. She's just not even in that space anymore. Where she's terrified. She's terrified that if I don't say something, next thing you know, it becomes my circumstance. And so just know that I need y'all to just don't give her so much of a hard time. I want you guys to lift her up and help her to focus on her healing and her love. Because if you guys push her into a wall or you trap her into pain, then you guys could lead her down a road that will be a little bit darker than she needs to go. So give her that love, you guys. And, just know that everything that's happening here, it's a process. It's a process, and it's okay that this process is happening. I love you guys. From beyond, from here, focus on your self-love. Don't be angry at her. Take care.